Hey, Mark Macbeth with Roof Maxx of Topeka, here to share with you a roof that we were not able to save and rejuvenize. As we showed up to this roof, they actually wanted us to rejuvenate it with our Roof Maxx product, but as you can see, we're actually replacing it today. Main issues with this particular property was the shingles on top weren't all hideous, but they did have issues with their ventilation. So in this particular roof, there's no soffit vents. There's nothing coming in, no airflow into this. So as it was going up that big slope that you see there, that air was just getting trapped inside of there from inside the house. There was no air to go out at the top. There was limited exhaust vents. So what we're doing today is we're going to be adding deck air down here at the bottom. It's a continuous vent all the way across the bottom. That'll allow air to flow all the way up in that vaulted ceiling, all the way upstairs into the upper section. And then we'll add ridge vent up there at the top. What we're going back with is a Lamanco ridge vent. It kind of buckles down, comes over the edge of the roof. The unique thing about a Lamanco vent is what they call the baffles out here. So you can kind of see the shingles will only go to here and to here. And this will be sticking out of the edge. What it does is allow air to come in. It's kind of like lifting like an airplane wing. As air comes over it, it lifts it up, forces the air to kind of go like this. And as it does, air from the inside of that attic space will actually come out of these baffles on the outside. A lot of people put in vents that will only have like a blocked edge like this. And when they do, it doesn't have anything to force air out. By creating that airplane effect, of wing effect of lifting, it forces that air to come from inside the attic and forces it outside to flow away with the wind. So that's an outstanding product. It's by Lamanco. It's the only vents that we use is Lamanco vents. The other unique thing with this is there's no soffits on this house, or limited soffit space on this house. So we're going to be using what's called Lamanco's deck air product. It almost looks, if you look at the edge, it almost looks like an airplane wing. What we're going to do is put this on the roof. So if it's sloping down this way, we're going to put shingles across here. This baffle is similar to the one I just showed you, is open and exposed. This one's designed a little differently. As air flows over it, it sucks air in. As the air goes in, it'll go through a little cut line that's down here at the bottom, all the way through the roof line. We got a filter back here that keeps all the bugs and all the debris out, so you don't get stuff inside the attic space. But it's going to have that cut line. It's going to let air flow in, go through that cut line, up the attic space all the way to the top, or in this case a vaulted ceiling between the joists on part of it, all the way to the top, and then it'll flow out of our Lamanco ridge vent, the Omni vent right here. Some of the unique issues with this one was that ventilation was so bad, we replaced every sheet of the plywood here. This is the largest redecking I've ever had to do in any of our projects. So we got 62 sheets out there. We may or may not have to get more, but we're most likely going to put 62 sheets of decking on here, an added expense that a home really doesn't need if they do proper ventilation to start with. So this will be kind of one of those unique ones. We should be fixing that. That deck air will make a huge difference in allowing air in. There's not a great place for soffits all the way across, so this will be a good one for that.